Hello and welcome to WTCL round 11 to the Indianapolis GP. We are back with another weekend of WTCL action, and it's a really interesting grid. As you can see Volkswagens up ahead, which is not what we are used to.
It's raining.
Yeah, and it was raining.
And away we go. Not a great start from either of the Stoffel cars. Firmino's already up to third,
You say like Torres might get sing here, or not.
Nah, he's not close enough.
And we can't see any cars
He's
beyond
doing
about
an
fifth.
ambitious move.
So we head into
He's not
turn
doing
one.
any ambitious moves yet, but someone is. I think that's Zabo, who is trying to get past you. He's had a terrible start. He's down from third to now fifth. Zabo is up into fourth.
Jarrett started sixth, so it's a good start there for the Hungarian.
Mm.
Colin Lyons also lost the place, so Jarrett's a man on a mission here.
Singh looks a little wide there, and he's going to have to go a bit tighter now to keep through the corner. Opportunity perhaps for Torres to get a run down here into a hard-breaking point. Yu is now past back past Zabo. Oh,
Wide.
I think
Well, let's see how this goes. I'm surprised no one spun there.
Torres is now down to third. Firmino's past Torres.
Firmino's going for the
And
lead.
then
Now
Firmino having a look at Singh.
If not for the win, for the lead. And
Torres
now
coming back.
inside. And he's going to try to keep it around the outside, and he's going to have that there.
Let's see how this
All this
goes.
fighting's allowing you to get back up. Torres is now tucked back in. Might he have a look? No. I was thinking of the chicane layout there, which we are not on, obviously, but on the older layout.
Indeed we are.
Both Stoffel cars are very close. I think Torres is now having a run on Firmino. He's probably going to have a look into turn one. I can barely see what's going on here. And Torres is...
Firmino. Gets it.
No.
Oh, who's that?
Oh,
That's an Esther car.
Winfield.
That's Winfield.
But he was missing a bumper.
Have those two come together then? Because Valentine and Winfield both race winners this year.
Baljean perhaps into Madsen into Winfield.
Oh,
Oh, okay,
well,
well, Randy.
Spins.
Oh, that's nothing there. I wonder if Valentine
goes
spun
into
on the corner.
grass,
Let's have a
avoiding
look.
him.
So Valentine went into the back of Jarbo. That explains why Winfield had to go wide.
To hitting him.
That's why Winfield went wide. And then obviously
Look how
that
close
caught, and then in essence, yeah.
Look how close that was.
I mean, I don't think Winfield had a choice but go wide there.
Hits him, that's race over. So
yeah, I mean, Winfield either had to go wide there and lose several positions or have no race. When does that actually put Winfield out in? 17th, yeah. Down 10 places then. Not the best of starts for the Canadian, I do believe. Could be gone. Maybe a race.
Probably going to have cars for time in front of it.
Yep, there's Balajin in 8th place.
And then in down to 9.
Back up front. I think Zabo's been overtaken by Ryan.
Yeah, Zabo back to 6th then, so good first lap, not paying off for Sharbo here. And meanwhile, Harvard Singh's pulled off into the spray here. Put like 2 seconds clear of Torres in second.
Taking advantage of all this fighting back here, and all Ryan and Sharbo are having a little ding-dong battle.
Yep. Who would win, Ireland or Hungary? Van der Leen should get by, or not. Never mind. Oh.
There's just no grip at the moment.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, yeah, there's no grip. The way often when you've got no front bumper, it makes it about 10 times harder. So there we go, I suppose.
I will say that the line that Balajin took into the pit entrance in the soaking wet with all that spray was very close to some of the other cars.
Oh,
and Balashi nearly spins it into the pit. That takes talent. To be fair.
Oops, Singh slowed down now. Lost some time, probably made an error, I'm thinking, but Torres is now all over the back of Singh.
And then comes Firmino Jew. Ryan running up the top 5. So very little change in the order here. Seeing Torres, all that's happened from the start of the race, that is that Firmino and Jew have switched. Other than that, the top 5 is unchanged. Madison up into 7th, started 10th, so Madison's be able to keep it all out the midfield fighting here. Make their way up the field, Ben Madison.
Bison is currently top of the championship pack, as they're going to be referred to for simplicity purposes from now on. That is De Bonaventura,
There's third, of course, Bison.
Babinu, and Cordova.
Up to 9th, so
It's going to be a good point stay for Bison at the moment.
Yeah.
And that's going to put him just closer.
All I'm saying is, if you hadn't have said at the moment, he would 100% have blown up.
Oh no.
Right.
Of course, after you say he's on for points. Of course. It's the WTCL tradition.
I mean, if my jinxes don't continue, then you and Torres, I think, has been passed by Firmino. And you now. What's happened to Torres? He's
No,
lost.
but they're on the back of you. So here we go. Here we go.
Overtake on Singh.
So Singh went very wide.
Back. Singh's come
Torres
back
came back on.
Torres.
Got punted. Had to go wide. And that's
going to be a very troubling situation for Singh, because that could easily be a penalty. He's dangerously come back on, hit Torres, and Torres has lost places because of that.
I mean, if we see a race winner robbed of a win by a penalty after going wide,
well, that's his error. In simple terms, it's his error, and he's come back on dangerously.
he might not get it at the moment because Samina's all over the back of him here.
At this point, there's so many overtakes going on that anyone can win. I've just seen Madison's now pass Zabo in the background.
Really very open, of course, here.
And then Bison's very far back in 9th from Vanderlyn after that little instant Boucher. Christopher's Nikolaev, back pass of De Bonaventura, Rodriguez 14th. Saffron Winfeld back in the points, and Hassi is on the reverse grid pole. And Mendes is up to 18th. He's gained 9 places. Oh, and that's Cordova as well. Actually, no, Mendes now up to 18th. Has someone retired?
No, not yet.
Don't think so. Some other Lindqvist from 30. Yeah, up to 25th.
Oh.
Big Simon's at the back.
32 cars on the track right now.
Yeah, it's just that Machine's a mile back, that's why. Whoa! And that's Lim's WTCL career summed up in one short clip.
I'll make a point.
There's Trevelyan in the
leaders are catching up to Balajin now. That could be a very tasty.
Balajin takes out the thing here. I'm gonna get in DA flashbacks to like what race was it? I don't know. Ethan, you've got a better memory than me. I know the race when DA just tried to take out half the leaders. I can't lie. Maybe onwards. Following Firmino chasing Singh.
Someone's going to make an error here, presumably. Or Firmino's a little wide. The conditions are far too treacherous for.
Not to jinx it, but Hughes had a promising career so far.
Oh, Hughes off. And
of course. What was it I just said? What was it I just said? Hughes had a promising career so far in WTCL.
I'm going to ask that you shut it up, so that we don't. Oh, he's just gone.
He's done what Singh's done. He's actually nearly taken out Torres there, and that's Ryan as well.
Yeah,
so Ryan proving Ryan Hennessy is the best Irish driver in WTCL. This tweet may or may not contain false information, but either way, you down to 5th, Ryan down to 7th, and Madison tell you what, Ben Madison is having the race of his life. Started 10th, up to 4th. Oh no, what have I done? I scroll for the field. And at the back of the field is Lorenzo.
Probably just gone
Oh
too
yeah.
deep, I assume.
Whoa.
Oh, Dallas is
That's
And that's
Rodel.
another
Both.
driver coming off that, going wide and then coming on and hitting another driver. And again, another driver at that corner going wide. Seems to be this section of corners. Maybe it's the sharp right followed by a sharp left. It's catching drivers out.
It's very
Rodel,
tight.
another one who was caught out, came back on and smashed into Lichtsteiner.
It's very tight. It's very slippery.
Yeah,
Do
I
not
wonder.
think
I
about
wonder if
that
it's just
text.
causing issues. These cars already don't have the best of grip at times, so
Well, they essentially have no aero grip. It's essentially all mechanical, so
yeah.
you can't just
So
take
let's see. No,
speed to the corners.
leads the field on lap 6, followed by Bruno Firmino, who races in second. Angelino Torres is third. Benjamin Madison, who started in 10th place, has had a good race so far to 4th. And then G Hugh, after his mistake, who was running a decent third, has dropped back to 5th. He's under pressure from Laszlo Chabo, who started in 6th place and has stayed there. That's the top 6. Ryan 7th, then the lead 8. And White the Boucher came from 13th up to 10th, running up the top 10 on lap 6. But here we go, I suppose. Christopherson's up to stayed 11th. Hackinson's made ground, started 19th up to 13th.
and that is overtaking Bonaventura for 15th place.
Mendes up into the points at the moment. Company
You wouldn't believe me when I say that. Oh! Well,
Oh, that's aged terribly.
there we go. Here
Yeah,
comes
that's
that
right.
tight section. Is anyone going to make a mistake here? Doesn't look like it. I mean, it has to be the Mendes' worst moment of the season here. He's just been over. He's nearly been overtaken by Regan and Hennessy. Actually, he has been overtaken by Regan and Hennessy. So Mendes, second in the championship coming into this, has been overtaken by the driver who I do believe is pretty much last in the standing.
Mendes made up 9 positions. Cordova's made up 4, and Babanu's made up 5.
Yep, the big championship players showing why they're at the top of the championship.
Bonaventura's
Although saying that, I say that. I mean, you say that as well. Bonaventura is getting overtaken by a Tabelgian, so
I mean, he started the race 16th, moved up to 12th, and is now down to 15th.
well, he's got past Rodriguez,
40.
so that's 40. And then Rodriguez comes back. Winfield having a look. Regan and Hennessy has made up ground again. Regan and Hennessy has overtaken Saffron Winfield and Ildefonso Mendes. So that might be Regan and Hennessy's highlight of the season.
Yeah, under one lap.
I know, right? That's like the most overtaken. Well, Ryan's dropped back. Hang on, what happened to Ryan?
Ryan has dropped back, and so has Vyson.
Well, Conor Ryan, of course, was running in the top 5, so. And then dropped back to 7th.
Well, he made the error. He went wide, didn't he?
Yeah, dropped back to 7th. I don't know what happened to him now. Next, though. He was. Oh, here we go. Has he done it again? Surely he hasn't done it again. Surely not.
He's done it again, and he's come back, hit Van der Linde,
Oh, my word.
and then Vyson.
Again, it's that corner. And then Vyson going a little bit wide.
Yeah.
That's how Conor Ryan ended up in 12th. So not the best of races for the Irishman, who started in 5th place. Probably fancied his chances at another race win this year, of course, but hasn't worked out that way. Down to 11th.
He just overtook
Vyson
on the grass in the pissing rain.
Ah, well. Oh, go you again. Also, it's you.
Madison.
And Madison. I think they've collided.
Boucher is
right there is Boucher. Another. It's that corner in particular. It's always that corner where they just seem to run a little bit wide, and I suppose it's the tight nature of the corner.
Madison gone off and then just hit you.
Okay, so you
also, right?
and then okay, so you actually bumped into Sharbo, and then because he bumped into Sharbo, got bumped into Madison, and then had to go sideways.
Well, not
here, look, he bumped into Sharbo.
He's having to slow down because Madison's there, and then.
Well, yeah, he's slowing down because there's a corner there as well. Ethan, I can't lie.
Jarbo's just
Yeah, like
turned into you.
Jarbo bumps you,
And
and then because of
Madison's
that, you
just
get
come
bumped
back
into
onto the track
Madison.
dangerously.
And
So
then
it's
of course
you can't
because
really blame you there because Jarbo's
no,
hit him, and then Madison's come back on the
you is
track
you's
dangerously.
probably the only driver not at fault there.
Yeah.
Jarbo bumped into you, and then because of that, you got bumped into Madison, and that forced Madison and you off, and Jarbo's now up to 4th, I think, because of that.
Firmino's overtook Torres, but he's gone wide, and Torres
And
is
it's
now
that
up
corner.
into 2nd.
Ooh,
Ooh,
this is
close.
really close.
It's that corner that keeps catching drivers out.
And we nearly saw you getting rolled.
So you and Madison have dropped back to 6th and 7th. Let's see if this corner catches anyone else out here. So you can see like Thompson, Alexander,
yet.
and DN, the traditional back markers, really. They all seem to be making it pretty safe at the back of the field.
Lorenzo.
Oh, I say that as Lorenzo goes wide. However, thankfully for Lorenzo, there's no way he can come back on the track and punt because he's that far back. And well, the less about Matt Balashin's race, the better, really. Hackens, to be fair, has made up ground from 19th up to 13th now.
Ryan's back past Bison.
Yep. And looks to be a decent little battle here for 10th. Now the Irishman is holding off Bison with Boucher. Back in 12th, got up to 10th Boucher, but I guess that error has proved a little bit costly for her.
Vanderlyn's the 5th.
Vanderleen started 8th, of
Despite the
course.
half spin, Jarbo's 4th. Well, pretty much most of these drivers have made an error of some kind. The only one who probably hasn't is Torres, but he obviously got hit by Singh. So.
Oh, we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. I'd also like to point out, I'd probably cursed you this race by saying he had a decent career so far. So there we go. That's that one.
Let's talk about the Leicester drivers now.
Hang on.
Lindqvist was.
I mean, I don't know if you could, I don't know if you can really jinx a team whose drivers are already doing terrible.
Hennessy's in like 19th.
Yeah, unless he's not doing bad.
Lindqvist started 30th, so.
Yeah, Lindqvist started 30th. Where is Lindqvist? 22nd, made 8 places, so. Another one of those drivers, like a next driver. Oh, it goes down the inside of Amara Perez. Goes down the outside here. Not quite going to work out there, I don't think. Unless he's going to be able to hold the inside. Yeah, I think that's it. Into the left, into the right hander.
Really slippery, yeah.
And held up Thompson as well. And all the wire behind this there, you can see, I do believe, yeah, it's Gander.
Qualifying as well.
Yeah, Thompson started 31st. And look over Lickstad, started 32nd. So.
Oh my god, they're going side by side on the banking.
No, I can't see S1 ending disastrously. Oh, it actually didn't, okay.
The cars this track was actually designed for. The cars that are designed for this track don't actually take the corners that well, do I? God forbid what these are going to do.
Moving up the field.
Yellow flag.
What happened to Vike? Right and Vice are very well spread out.
That's Boucher.
That was Boucher having a look at
Boucher just goes in too deep.
Ryan broke very early. Boucher, meanwhile, decided that they might want to change of profession and decided to do some gardening. To be fair, given she's driving a Renault, it's probably still a better lawnmower than it is actual car, but you know.
I don't know why Boucher's done that, because there is a little escape road you can go off just there if you're going too deep.
Well, this is Marriott Boucher. I mean, we've seen Boucher being a very quick driver at times this season, but also apparently has the racing common sense of Pastor Maldonado. So I'm just assuming she made it through her driving safety course blind or something.
Torres,
just like guess the answers.
Torres is gaining on Singh. He's gained about 1.2 seconds in the last lap or two.
You can see though just how much these mistakes have proved.
He's
actually again.
Fourth, but he's gone wide.
And he's hitting Madison again, but thankfully that was my track here. So they all seem to have made it through safely enough.
Vanderlyn's past Firmino.
That's a Hennessy, and that's Rodriguez on the grass. That's Rodriguez going wide up on it. That's Iskander going very wide.
I will say Vanderlyn's into the podium place past Firmino.
What's happened there?
For Firmino. Something's gone.
Firmino went wide.
very off.
The camera wouldn't allow us to see it, but Fabio did go wide.
And
A
now
little
third
bit
place
wide.
is about 10 seconds off second.
I'll tell you what, Van der Leen started 8th, up to 3rd. Pretty sure he got driver of the day last time out, yes?
I mean, Van der Linde also half spun as well, so in this race. And it's up to 3rd nevertheless.
But yeah, no, I mean, we've seen it time and time again. That, yeah, I mean, we have seen
It's only lap
and
10.
it has improved, so.
All this has happened only on lap 10. This is on course to be one of the better races, really good races this season.
Breaking news, overtaking banned in America. But no, there's Mendes just ahead of Perez. Both of those had fairly poor qualifying. Perez down in 26th, Mendes down in 27th, but they both made places here. Not enough for points at the moment. And at the moment, reverse grid pole belongs to
Who's in 16th?
Cordova.
And how Hennessy is 15th. Oh, we've seen this one before.
I'm surprised there's been this much overtaking.
Well, I mean, it's not been overtaking, more or less just drivers running wide.
Torres has lost time to sing.
Oh,
Wow, and that's, again, GU is just not handling that corner.
This flew away a
I
track.
don't know whether it's because he's inexperienced with the machinery already, or the fact he's just not accustomed to driving in wet weather. But GU is really struggling today. That corner in particular, and that's an Esther car. I think that might be Perez.
No,
That's got to be Perez, surely. No, that's not Perez.
Winfield.
That's got to be
Yeah.
Winfield even.
This
Bonaventure's dropped back significantly.
This
Started
is the
16th.
first wet race for both Jarbo and Yu.
Yes, although Jarbo seems to be handling it a lot better than you. So I wonder if
I think
maybe...
Yu's still ahead of Jarbo, so.
Don't know about that one.
Oh,
So that's going to be Cordova having a look. And
Nearly
should
went
easily be getting
wide.
by Hennessy here. Now, I don't know if that's really something Cordova wants to do. Because Hennessy, if he gets overtaken by Mendes here, will be in reverse grid pole. Now, that'll be interesting to see how this goes. Because Hennessy is currently in reverse grid pole here. Now, that would be a plot twist and a half.
Can a Hennessy really hold on for...
Well, we've seen Amara Perez
20
make
more
mistakes as
laps
that.
from
And also, there's
Perez?
pit
In the
stop
rain.
yet to come. I get the feeling reverse grid pole picture is going to change significantly when they all pit. Because a lot of these have sustained damage, I would assume, from going wide. So,
From bashing into each other. Hennessy looks like he's got a bit of damage on the
yeah,
in the insides of the
pit
front.
stops are definitely going to spice this race up. 100%. Got no doubts about that one
Who's
in my
this?
mind.
Lorenzo's through to win.
No,
Oh, Hackinson.
although I suppose people can't dream of such
Pensioner's
delusions.
gone for a stroll in the park.
Oh, Mendes is off.
Mendes is off.
Oh dear. Ildefonso
Well,
Mendes
coming
down
back.
18.
Just ahead of.
Perez is
Now Hennessy's
taking
back to
reverse.
17. So Hennessy at the moment will not be starting on reverse grid pole as
Oh,
Mendes overtaken
Bonaventura.
by De Bonaventura. It looks like they've got damage to the rear there, have they? Still on the back.
Lots of cars of damage.
Yeah, it looks like the rear bumper is. Yeah, I mean, it looks like the rear bumper of the Bonaventura has been knocked there. If you have a look, because they, yeah, look. Don't know, maybe. Okay, no, I mean, maybe it's just a spray mess of I don't know, but.
I'm pretty sure every car on this grid has hit another car this race.
So Bambu
Yeah,
is
I
currently
agree.
on reverse grid pole at the moment,
Yeah.
provided that no one else spins or whatever, which is probably a guaranteed thing at this point.
Plus 9 places for Balvenie.
Yeah, good race from the Frenchman.
Oh,
And
Van
yeah.
Vanderlyn down to see.
What's happened to Vanderlyn? Because he was
And
running
Christopherson, might I add, started 11th. And was about 11th for most of this race. So I don't know how he's got up into 5th there. So. Oh, that's Rodo. Out of
His
the race. Well,
door's
they haven't got
gone.
a door for a start, which is a slight health concern, and
Ooh.
something's just gone.
That's
I mean,
great.
assume suspension given the track we're at, but.
Well, there isn't a brake. The
No,
car was
it's
slowing
fire.
down fine. Oh,
Oh,
engine.
that'd be an engine failure. So. disappointing race for Rodal. Started 21st, but wasn't really doing much, and
At
has
least
now.
it's raining to put the fire out.
Yeah, I suppose there's that. Waiting to get the fire crews out, hopefully. Although looking at that, they might actually have to.
What's happening up front? Singh's behind Balajan now. And the longer he's behind Balajan, who's got a lot of damage.
But
Oh,
Mendes is out.
Mendes is out.
This is out the race. It is Alfonso Mendes, second in the championship coming into this. That is a massive blow, potentially, in his bid to get reverse grid pole. And gets past the Bonaventura, and then
I think
it's
it's fire.
gone.
Yeah, fire. His chance is literally blown.
His chance of reverse grid pole and potentially his chance at winning the title have gone up in flames here. Another engine failure on the same lap here. Which I suppose makes sense when you see the long straights. As that's Lorenzo
Lorenzo's
going
off
wide
again.
again. I mean,
I think Balajan's holding up Singh. I think Balajan is holding up Singh. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And he's
what
got
is
a lot of
this?
damage. And Torres is catching up.
Surely Balashi's going to be given a penalty if he doesn't let Singh pass here.
I don't think there's any blue. I don't know if there's blue.
There's not a blue flag for, but surely you have to get out of the way, right?
Well,
Is that Balashi?
Demi and Dai didn't get out the way in Fuji, and yet he still was not penalised. So,
well, we'll see. And Christopherson, Marty, I still have got up into
closed the
third.
gap by 1.5 seconds.
Can I just point out, Christopherson started 11th, is into third. Madison started 10th and is up to 4th. And Van der Linde started 8th and is up to 5th. As Bruno Firmino, who started 4th, is back in the field. And I think I know what's happened to him. Firmino, yep. Another car just not handling that corner.
Christopher's has been very quiet.
I said that. Christopherson, was in 11th at the start of the race. Started at 11th, then stayed in 11th for a bit. And all of a sudden, it's just charged for the field here, and this is them getting past Madison.
Actually, I think Christopher's might be the only person who's not actually hit someone this race. Because he's just been going on his business, and he's just made overtakes when needed and not gone off.
Pretty sure there was some millimetre contact with Madison there.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Breaking news, Christopherson has dive bombed 20 cars and has blown up everyone. Oh no.
Christopherson under investigation.
I don't think anyone's overtaking down here. What's happening
No,
with the
you have
lead?
to be a very brave man.
I know we say don't... Oh, it's more tenths off. Torres is about another half a second this lap.
So that's Nikoleva running wide and coming back on and just about avoiding Chava and you. Got a line behind that one going wide on the exit.
Chava overtook you there.
Comes back on the track and gets pumped by Hackinson.
No, Perez.
That's Perez going down
Perez
against
managed to actually keep it off O'Hennessy and keep
it Rodriguez.
Oh, and that's Hector Rodriguez smashing into a gyro.
Everybody's right.
Oh, and Lorenzo and Trevlier with the most 0 mile an hour crash you've ever seen.
Balajan still holding up Singh.
What are they? Oh,
yeah. The gap's down by 2 seconds.
Imagine if whoever Singh doesn't win this race because he got held up by Balajan.
I mean, Singh might also get a penalty for hitting Torres, but that's not the point. We're coming on the track dangerously and hitting Torres. And essentially pushing him down to 4th in the process earlier.
Also, did you say that you was ahead of Jarbo?
Jarbo.
That has been debunked, my good friend.
When I don't know who it was went wide and nearly hit both of them, Jarbo passed you at the same opportunity.
I mean, yeah, Nikolaev up to 9th, having started 15th.
Bison is up 1 place in front.
Hennessy is on with split pole.
Babineau's up 10 places off.
Surely Hennessy can't do it in our masterclass here.
Somehow he's always in the points.
Rigo Hennessy might actually be on the front row of a sprint race for another race. Oh Lord, help us! I'm getting monster flashbacks from this.
Oh, Ryan's wide again, but he's not gone off. Oh, Cordova's gone off though, and so is Babinyu. And
No!
so is
Oh,
Hennessy. No, Babinyu's
That's
off
Babin, you
again.
going wide, so now with Hennessy,
yes, that's what I
he's actually
told you
back up
about.
into 16th here. I wonder if a Hennessy is actually just really quick, but he's just pretending to be slow so he gets that reverse grid pole.
Oh, Singh's now past Balajin. Torres has got to get fast quickly now.
Okay, so now Shane's got past. Let's see how Shane, yes.
Torres caught Singh 2.5 seconds while he was held up behind Balajin.
Yeah, but now let's see if
That's
Balashine holds up Torres here.
it's a Volkswagen stuck behind a Honda again. And he's got to take advantage. He's got to make an opportunity very quickly.
Whilst whoever it seems just going to blast off
He's
into the
kept
spray.
it nice and tight here, not going too wide. He can, I think, get him down here into the corner, into the braking zone. And if he does, he will have gained massively from this whole shenanigans. But he's got to be aggressive here. Shockingly, for how cautious some people like Christopher's have been. Oh, Christopher's has dropped off the cliff of the earth as well. Where's Christopher's gone?
Christopherson. Let's have a look, Mr. Cameraman. Where is magical man
Torres
Christopherson?
nearly went off.
Back to 6. Just had a huge Jarvik drop back as well. Under pressure from Nikolaev there.
Under pressure.
No.
Oh,
And
Vanderlin's
then he's like,
wide.
"Hey."
And he's hit Madison.
And Vanderleen doesn't get the podium spot. Well, that's Christopherson sending
Again.
it to sending it. Hang on. I've got to make a state joke out of this. Issue is like, the one time I actually need to be good at
Cordova
geography.
and Hennessy off.
Right, so we're in
And it's
India.
Babinyu into a first grid pole now.
Oh lord.
Winfeld's off.
So yeah, Indianapolis.
I've
Yeah,
never said the word off more in my life.
yeah, Christopherson sent it so wide he ended up in Illinois.
Oh, Nikolev's having a go at Java.
Americans will get that one.
Going down to turn 1 with the draft, with a run. Nikolev's
Nikolaev's having a very fine race as well. As is her teammate, Singh, of course, so
Nikolaev hasn't made the aggressive move, and that shocked me.
yeah, normally, I mean, to be fair, maybe Nikolaev learned her lesson from Britain. I don't know.
Torres is back past Balajin.
And has got 2 seconds to find on Singh.
Behind that whole saga, that's 1.5 seconds. And knowing WTCL, they give about 3-second penalties.
Or
Oh
5.
lord.
Instance. So if there's a penalty for Singh,
Might just upload this, instead of just uploading WTCL race, whatever. Oh, well, I guess that second and a half he gained has gone. Yeah, he's now lost that second and a half he gained.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut from now on.
Ethan be like, if I speak, I am in big trouble. Although it's good that you at least cursed your own drivers, so there is that. Moving on.
Let's talk about Singh.
Oh lord. Madison holding on Vanderleen. Firmino's 5th. I mean, who would have had on lap 16 Madison in the podium spot? Anyone?
Fighting with Vanderleen.
Yeah, would anyone have had Madison and Vanderleen fighting out 3rd place on lap 16? Anyone?
Vanderlyn's got a lot of damage though. The front's bashed in, the door's bashed in, the rear's bashed in.
I'd argue that sums up Motor's season quite well, to be honest.
Someone's having overtaken the background.
Oh, let's have a look. You, Jarbo, Nikolaev 8th, Christopherson's dropped back to 9th, Bison's 10th. Ryan is just done. Who's on the reverse grid pole now then? Is it a Hennessy still? No, it's Babinyu. Where's a Hennessy gone? Oh, Hennessy's out of the reverse grid pole now entirely. Back to 20th.
Scratching up.
It was fun while it lasted. What on earth is going on here? It's got 4 cars going wide into turn 1. So Charlotte Thompson's made ground.
How is Rodriguez this back? I swear, Rodriguez was up to 10th, maybe?
I mean, Rodriguez started 20th, so...
When are the pit win? How long could these cars go on fuel?
25 laps, I think.
Oh.
Okay, so we could see a mix of strategy here because you've seen this to other tracks. Is anyone
Some
going to
might
go
even go for a
early?
no stop.
Or is the solution just to go as late as possible
Oh,
and then go
bullshit.
on a
Well,
very
about
good...
Yipachea going wide and dropping back to P15. Pretty sure she was up in the top 10 at one point. So,
I think Babin,
and
you're off.
now that would be a curveball. Ezio de Bonaventura is currently on reverse grid pole, the championship leader. Although, given how many spins and we are seeing, that could change within the next lap. Why are we showing Kenneth Lim being slowed? This is just natural. Oh.
No,
Oh
I
no.
thought he had a crash.
I tell you what, Kenneth Lim might have won the race if they hadn't have done that.
I feel bad whoever has to do all the bodywork on these cars. It's smashed a bit. Madison is 12.6 seconds off second.
I mean, I guess that kind of shows you just how clean Sig and Torres have been. Compared to the others who have all been either running wide or bumping into each other. Which is pretty much the WTCL midfield standard by this point, but there we go.
The thing is,
There we go.
it's a very interesting battle for the lead because I think one small mistake or one small maybe bit of damage that needs repairing or just something is all it's going to take between one of those two winning.
Oh.
And they're so far ahead that, let's be realistic, it's going to be one of them two.
Zimmerman in pole for race 2.
I don't believe Zimmerman's been on the podium this season, so if he gets a first grid pole, that might be a good chance for him to have a little fun day out.
Oh, Zimmerman on the other.
I mean, yeah, what was I said? The reverse grid pole could easily change within a lap. Yeah, Zimmerman is up to 16th here. I mean, at this point, if we were doing an in-running betting on who's going to get a reverse grid pole, I don't think anyone would be putting any money on. They just have to back everyone and hope and pray.
Oh, lots of bunting and bumping.
Raymond Lickstad is not having a bad race. He started at the back, not to 21st.
My prediction for a first grid pole is going to be, drum rollers please,
Incorrect.
Cobra 1, 2, 3.
So that is 5 seconds
I tell you
behind.
what, you might actually have it there.
Torres has lost a lot of time to sing, and he's now been repassed by Balashin. I think he's made some kind of error.
I can hear the pain in Ethan's voice.
I've got a hot drink here, so it'll...
Oh, there we go. The real question, though, is,
It's not tea.
is it tea?
It's not tea.
Please don't tell me you make coffee.
It's not coffee either.
Well, it's got a hot chocolate then.
Yes.
Either that or he's made like some weird, like, alcoholic hot drink abomination.
Thing is,
As
why
Torres-
Torres
why-
is also.
Why did...
I wonder if Torres is going to get dragged into this battle for third if he keeps making these mistakes.
Balashin unlocked himself.
Singh-
Sing's
by
made
Balashin.
an error. Because
What
now
is Balashin
Torres is
doing?
only 3 seconds behind Singh. So Singh's
I'll tell you what, Madison's only 11 seconds off the lead. That's why I saw that being 15. So, I'll tell you what,
Nikolev's up to 4th now.
if Benjamin Madison wins this race, as it looks like
Singh
Singh tried
on
to
the
get back past
outside. That's
Balashin.
not good. That's not good. That's
Oh,
not
Lord.
good. For a second, I thought I was going to get pushed into the wall.
Here we go, man.
Madison cleaner.
Also, yes, okay, whatever.
He's pulled 6 seconds on 4th, Madison. Oh, Bison's back up to 8th.
Ryzen currently just 6 points behind Bonaventura.
I'm pretty sure from this place, Bison would take the championship lead.
Let's fact check that.
No,
I mean, he's 18
Well,
points
he's on
behind Bonaventura at the top. I don't think 8 gets you 18 points, but I could be
It's
wrong.
only 12.
Behind.
Yeah, only 12.
But now
So-
he's up to 7, so
So that would actually be enough to tie him with Mendes for second, I think. Yeah. If he stays
Yeah,
where he
but-
is.
since then Ryzen up to 7.
Mendes isn't going to get any points, though.
Yeah,
Because
of course.
he's tired.
Yes, because his engine decided it wanted to be all Hungary.
And then
Well, he's
Cordova and
like
Babin
Honda,
get
so
points,
I
and
don't
then
understand how
probably
that
get
works. There you
good
go.
results in the reverse grid race. So Mendes might drop to 5th after this weekend because he has to make up a lot of places in the sprint race.
Ventura back to 16.
Winfield's made a bad choice there. Even though it's absolutely soaking wet and you can't see what you're doing,
Bonaventura is
you want
back
to
with
be in
us
the
at the top.
advance.
What is this? Wow.
Zimmerman tried to have a little look, and Bonaventura might go wide. No. Oh, Hennessy got a terrible exit there.
I don't think that was just him being naturally slow, but I don't know. So it's a very open race. I mean, you has arguably had the worst race out of anyone.
Nikolaev might make a move. Oh, Bison is. Bison's moving on for Mino.
Gets it. Moves up into 5th. How has Vice got up from 8th to 5th? That'll be enough to put him top of the championship.
Nikolaev was 4th, so Nikolaev's lost a load of time.
5th place should be enough to get Vice on top of the championship, I think.
Yeah, by 2 points.
By 2 points. Wow. If Wolfgang Weissen wins the championship, when he's not even driving a BMW, surely that has to be the greatest upset of all time. Although saying that, Bonaventura drives
I think
an
Bison's only got 1 podium this season as well. Although he is the only driver to score in every single race.
Yes, he's never retired and he just keeps scoring points. Don't mess with the wall. A bit like the real wall.
Oh, Christopher's has gone off.
I mean, he is a bit like the real queen.
Christopher's has gone off.
Oh, Christopher's dropped up to. Oh.
Weizen also back to 6.
Christopherson went off, I saw it. So I think he may have hit someone or U's off, and so is Boucher, I think.
You off? Never heard that one before. Last happened to Christopherson, again, just went wide.
Oh, I think Bison was punted by Firmino.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I think Roy Bison just bottled it. Yep, Bison just bottled it.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, my God, nearly took out Firmino.
Look at Firmino threading the needle, though.
I see what we did there. Firmino, needle. No, I could have done it wrong. I just put it sound like it rhymed. Never mind, ignore me. Firmino. Oh, no, it's because I was thinking Firmino, though. Never mind. No, okay. This is why I'm probably going to fail England. Yeah, right, moving on.
Boucher's gotten in the first grid pole.
Oh, what is this race? What? Boucher started 10th. How are they? Oh.
Lorenzo's up.
Oh, no, not Lorenzo.
He's made up some places too far after his bad start. Ooh. Something just seemed to break.
Maybe it was just,
his spirits. He's just pulled off the track.
I mean, to be fair, he did a bicycle. I wouldn't blame him for just packing it up. He's just there like, oh no, stuff this, yeah. I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna like go on holiday. I mean, yeah.
Well,
of course, I think it's already been confirmed, isn't it, that Lorenzo's going to be staying at Baltica. So it'll be interesting to see how much his spirits are broken after realizing what he's just done.
Yeah, but the question is, will Lorenzo drive in Division 1 or in Division 2?
Well, we shall see, of course. I do believe it's the bottom team that gets relegated.
And the
which
bottom two
is Tibergian.
And I think Baltica is 15th.
Oh, yes, the bottom two go even. Yes, at the moment, realistically, there's only 3 teams that can get relegated. They are Rotal, although saying that, Van der Lin's currently, last I checked, in the points, so he's having a good race.
Yeah.
Baltica and Tibergian. And I think it's quite sad that Tibergian are at the back, because I'm pretty sure they spend some of the most wages out of anyone on the grid. So I don't know whether Tibergian's scouts are just blind or they just have accountants.
Firmino off. Oh, Firmino's hit Bison.
Oh, that's Firmino.
He's hit Bison. Bison's the 4th. Bison's in 4th.
Wolfgang Bison's on the move.
Ryan also. Perez also.
So Perez is 30 because over is 40.
Oh, someone's rolled.
Whoa!
And
Hennessy ends his chance at reverse grid pole. in spectacular style. Please don't tell me
Trying to
he hit
overtake
his
his
teammate.
teammate.
Oh, he got
So
punted
he's
by
been hit
Dragonway
by
and then got caught between his
Oh.
teammate, hit Lindquist, and
Just gets
then comes back on the track. Will he hit Thompson here?
Yeah.
yes.
And back to
Carries
23rd
on.
for Hennessy, who started 14th this race. Well, that's and Dyer were a bit of damage to the front. There's Thompson, and there's Hennessy getting involved in another incident.
Punting two cars
There's a
up.
pack right now. I think that's got to be Licksteiner and Trevian. Not Trevian. Yeah, Trevian. Or it's
Well, it's lap
Gavin.
22 at the moment. So we're coming up on the pit stops.
And he's second now, yeah. So singly, he's followed by Torres. Madison's gone from 10th to 3rd. Bison's gone from 12th to 4th. And Christopherson's gone from 11th to 5th. So it turns out, starting just outside the top 10, or around about 10, has not turned out to be a half-bad strategy for this race.
Madison is
On
now
that
I
point,
mean,
closer to
if either
Torres
of
than.
these top, if either of these top two win, it will be the first non-endurance race that Volkswagen has won this season, and they're the only team to not have won a non-endurance race this season. Manufacturer.
I mean, that's a lot. Okay, hang on. Yeah, no, oh my god, wait, what?
They're the only.
Every other manufacturer's at least won a race. What on earth?
They've only won the Bathurst endurance race. If you take that race, if you take the endurance races out, all the other manufacturers have won.
And I just point out here though, Zimmerman last I checked was on reverse grid pole. That could be massive for both. But I don't know if that's the case anymore with all the incidents going on. As Amara Perez, it's just proven why she is not worth 200k. There's Louis Cordova. So who's actually on reverse grid pole now then? I'm interested. Because last I checked it was Zimmerman. Winfield in the Esther. Zimmerman's dropped back. So that could be interesting. And the Bonaventura 50th at the moment. But I think the pit stops will give us a clearer indication of what's actually going to happen. I also get the feeling the pit stops might bunch up the field. But
I'm pretty sure they're all going to go in at once. So you may have another incident on pit roads.
I hope not.
Well, we never know.
You shall never know it.
Torres is hoping it's not going to be him again.
Madison now just 5 seconds behind Torres.
There's absolutely no grip.
And
I
championship
don't know how the
leader.
tires coming towards the end of their stint.
I also think we don't have wet weather tyres in this series.
Maybe that's what they need to invest in.
Don't have.
Oh, Weisson's off, Christopherson's off, so is Firmino.
That's going to spice this up because Christopher and Firmino again. Oh my word.
Everyone and their grandmother's got wines at this corner. Ventura is past. Still at Winfield. I think Winfield. Oh, Hennessy's off.
Oh lord. Wigan and Hennessy had a chance at a split pot at one point. I'm just putting it out there. And now he's caught in a Kiss Autosport sandwich. So.
That was not a Hennessy. But, yes. It's lap 25, so it's the last lap on their fuel stint.
Let's see.
At least, unless we've been lied to.
On paper, yeah. Maybe they saved up some fuel.
Maybe they're doing the old F1 tactic of using a secret little extra little bit of a water tank that actually turns out to be a bit of a fuel tank. So yeah, look into that one if you do. I think it was
entire grid disqualified for fuel.
I think that was Hill as well. Hang on.
Kathleen wins the race. Bonaventura coming in.
The Bonaventura's pitting. Surely everyone's pitting.
Winfield. No.
It's not. But go forward.
Only 2 drivers.
Saved a bit of fuel, it seems some of the cars have.
Yeah. Only they are pitting. maybe a good
It
tactic.
feels weird they're only at this part of the track when Singh is way, way ahead. He's already past turn 1. Singh.
Torres made another mistake, and
Madison's now all over the back of Torres. I think that's just the story of Torres this season. Been mega quick times, but just mega.
Never mind. I'm not.
And loads of mistakes.
I'm not thinking of a team that used. I was thinking of Tyrrell. When they used
1984.
fit in a large tank of water for cooling the brakes, then they actually attempted to get a man underweight. So I would. Yeah,
1984 Tyrrell.
Yep, 1984 Tyrrell. Although, to be fair, by the end of 1998, Hill could have done the same thing and probably still wouldn't have gotten the points. So, anyway, into the pits they go. Let's see how this spices up the grid.
Weizen will come in at the end of this lap.
I actually believe this is going to be a very interesting pit stop, sir.
Mate, I'm going to take an odd take. What if Torres, in these last few laps, hasn't been making errors, but trying to conserve fuel?
They might be under pressure from Benjamin Madison here.
That's a lot of damage on the door, though, so if Torres is pitting...
Here we go, Madison looking on the outside. Surely not. Surely Madison won't be able to pull that one off. No, I don't think so. Mm-hmm. Look for a moment there, like Madison was about to slam it into the wall.
Torres on that left door has got a lot of damage.
Same thing.
Pitting.
Torres is not.
Torres and Madison aren't.
Well, Torres isn't. Madison isn't. You isn't. Right, so here they come.
They are being lapped. Yeah, that's you.
Winfield. It's Bonaventura, similar pit stop time. Singh's pitting. Torres and Madison aren't. We are on lap 27. There's 3 laps to go. Madison and Torres might be trying to go to the end. The only thing I'll say, a lot of these front-running cars have got a lot of damage on them. So if they do pit, you may see some...
Bouchard was
long stops.
Nearly spun in the pit lane. Oh.
I think Singh's...
There we can see the actual race winner. The camera car there, I believe. Or the safety car, or whatever it is.
That's the safety car.
Yeah, well, I'm blind.
Oh, Singh, I think, is coming round now. Towards the back end of that.
Yeah,
yep, Singh's going into the pits.
Right, now, the question is, are Torres and Madison going to overcut, or are they just not going to pit in general?
I think that some of these cars may be able to do it. And if they've not just been making mistakes and they've actually been conserving, and that's why they've been so slow, then I can. Madison's and Torres have both been in clean air as well. So if not,
Angelino Torres takes the lead of the Indianapolis Grand Prix as they start at 28. Madison as well.
Torres has a lot of damage, so I think that's going to be...
So we're going to see here, aren't we? What's better, undercut or overcut? Let's have a look at Bonaventura, who, as they all pit in, that's so Hennessy just... Let's just ignore Hennessy. Right, so... The Bonaventura 25th.
There.
Lim has jumped Singh, albeit he's a lap down. But that's still impressive. So where does Singh come out?
Lim's going to hold up Singh, bro.
I doubt that.
Yu's not pitting.
No.
GU's not pitting.
GU has just gone no.
It's lap 28. Could GU have...
Surely GU won't... Surely, I'm sorry, I don't see GU just pitting on the penultimate lap. Surely not.
Oh!
Whoa! And Zerman, who of course I think was in running for potentially the reverse grid pole, has, much like his teammate, retired. Let's have a look at what happened to
I presume it's a brake failure.
That's what happened to Patton to Patrick here, and
something just breaks.
That looks like suspension to me.
It does.
Especially around Indianapolis, with all these large banking corners, tight corners as well.
Yeah. But I will say, Singh's being held up. The thing about so you have to think the people are pitting a bit later. Cut a little bit time of their pit stop because they've got to refuel a little bit less.
Oh.
Uh,
Right, so Balajin has
And
somehow jumped up through the
we also
field.
have to remember the people who pit earlier are getting caught in traffic.
Right, so
And
let's see what
Torres has
happens
a lot
after
of
the pit.
damage. I think Madison could actually jump both Torres and Singh to win. Oh, Cordova's off. That's if you doesn't if you doesn't do the grand escape.
Right, so they're all pitting the
Xi
pit.
is
Let's
about
keep
to
it out
lead
for
the race.
Shing. Let's keep it out for Shing. That's what
Oh.
matters here.
Right.
Xi
Where
is about to
is
lead the
will
race.
it Sing? The race leader for the majority of this race. So
Xi
you
is
take the
leading.
lead.
He's still not pitting. Xi
Okay, so
is
where is
still
Sing?
pitting.
No!
Whoa, that's a massive incident.
Oh,
I
Hennessy
Princess having
hit
a head hit
Lindqvist.
Lindqvist.
The teammates have collided.
What?
Wow, I mean that's
Where are
coming
they?
after the news, of course, that Corleone will replace Hennessy for next season.
Oh,
So I wonder if
I think-
Hennessy is doing a Leicester here.
Oh, I've just realised something. I think you is on the
No,
penultimate
it's
lap.
Lindqvist that's hit Hennessy here. And actually, hang on, what's going on there with the purple car, Thompson? What's going on with Thompson? That's the real question. Hang on. Rewind this. So it's an unsafe release of a Lindqvist, and then they got punted by Thompson into Hennessy. Who's at fault there then? Is it Thompson for bumping Lindqvist or the unsafe release on Lindqvist? That's the question here.
I mean, Lindqvist could be arguing
Look at-
he's the act lanes after being hit.
Lindqvist was released and Thompson is way much back.
So Hennessy, Lindqvist comes out there, and then Thompson goes to the left, and then look, you can see they were going right into Lindqvist there.
I think it's Lindqvist's fault.
No. Go back. Look at Thompson.
There is contact, yes. But
I want to look at Thompson, right? So they're going to the left here, and then have a look when Lindqvist come out. They go right. Look here. They went right into Lindqvist. Surely that's
Thompson
not.
had made the correction before.
Yes, but have a look at it,
hitting.
and then
It's
turns
not
right.
A change of course there. He just changed the line. I think Thompson's misjudged how fast Lindqvist's gone, and Lindqvist isn't correct after the impact.
I firmly believe that Charlotte Thompson is at fault there, and I know what you're saying. Oh, it's Lindqvist, but you're to right. Like it looked to me like Thompson had actually physically gone right into Lindqvist, and that's why Lindqvist then got shunted into a Hennessy there.
Well, Thompson had made the correction. Then I'm presuming misjudged how quickly Lindqvist.
There will be an investigation into that. I feel.
Yeah, there will be definitely.
I think either Lindqvist or Thompson is going to get a fault here. I don't think that's a racing incident. 100%.
I mean, Lindqvist probably has punishment enough seeing it. Oh no, seeing as it's his race that's gone.
Hennessy's
teammates as well. The teammates have hit each other and they're both out.
So where's Hennessy going to park it?
What lap is GU on? I want to quickly just check that.
He is actually no.
Is he on the penultimate lap? Because he's not pitting. Oh, he is pitting.
He is
on
pitting.
the penultimate lap.
So I feel he might not make this.
Things in seconds.
Things leading.
So Sting's actually got the lead. This is going to really dice up the order. Then. Who's cut? Right, I want to see after they all come out the pits who's in 16th. That's what I want to know.
Torres is going to lose out on a podium.
Ryan is third.
Ryan's jumped.
Conor Ryan, who was having an absolutely dog race, has jumped straight back up to third.
Torres
ahead of Madison, so that stayed the same. 6th place for Cordova. What? Cordova started 23rd. Cordova came into this, I do believe,
Bison,
5th in the championship as well. So
Balajin, what?
Wait, Balajin. I tell you what, actually, Balajin had an early stop, remember? Balajin had an early stop, remember?
Balajin's made the early
and Balajin, I add, despite starting 9th, has stayed in 9th the entire race. Other than the part where Balajin got
Van
der Leen has dropped back to 12th. Firmino 13th. Then comes Perez, Bush, Hackinson. And it looks to me like Saffron Winfield in all of this is going to stay with Erskine Pole, with Bonaventura right behind her.
GU's pitting though.
That will put Bonaventura. Hang on, Bonaventura here could be in the dream spot here, because Bonaventura leads the championship. He might start the reverse race on pole, and that would be massive in his title bid. So Singh leads
dominantly.
Hughes pitted. Ryan's going to jump up to 2nd. Torres is going to jump up to 3rd.
It's also the last lap, by the way.
Yes.
Where's you coming out?
Ryan is still 20
But,
seconds
I
behind.
mean, providing Singh doesn't blow up, he's going to win this by about 40 seconds. So, wow.
How devastating for GU though. He was one lap away on fuel from winning this race.
I don't even think he's not going to come out on the podium. I don't even think he's going to come out
Uh,
in the top 5 here.
Torres is
Yeah,
coming around the last
Torres.
corner there. Torres is going to.
There's Madison, who jumps up. Then Vyson will jump up next.
I think GU was damaged from that incident with Jarbo and.
And GU is going to have a very disappointing end to his race here. He's not even going to be in the top 10, I don't think. No. Is he even going to come out in the points? Hang on. I was going to say, could GU get reverse grid pole, but it doesn't look like that. So GU's coming out of the pits now. Nikolaev is coming, but I think they're going to come out in 10th. For the man who started third, that is a very disappointing race for GU. Actually been jumped by Nikolaev here. So down to 11th for
Nikolaev's
GU.
had a bad pit stop sequence because Nikolaev was up fighting for.
Yeah, I mean, Van der Leed was up in third at one point,
Who is in the reverse grid pole? Saffron Winfield.
with Bonaventura as second behind.
Oh,
Boucher
Singh's
is...
coming round the last corner, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, where is Singh?
Okay.
I
And here is
already won
winning
it.
Singh. Surely 40 seconds has to be the largest winning margin in
ever
F1 in
race.
WTCL history. Surely.
Probably.
Connor Ryan, who started fifth, dropped all the way down.
Oh,
Oh,
Ryan's off.
well, I mean, they're still 3.5 seconds clear of Torres.
Uh,
I mean, I'd say that Connor Ryan's finishing second, but there's still a mile left to go here.
what a race for Conor Ryan, though. I think he's just gained from not damaging his car. Because he dropped back to about 12th after going off a million times.
That's
But that's
third
Conor Ryan
podium.
around the corner. Another
And
podium.
Connor Ryan, who I have to say,
I think
has
that's his first feature race podium as well.
Angelino Torres, not quite the race that I think Stoffel Autosport were hoping for, with a good drive nonetheless. Madison were a good performance, up from 10th to 4th. And another solid drive by this man, Edvard Christensen. Started and don't forget a good
though.
result for 5th. Cordova, 23rd up to 6th.
Up
17
places.
Yep. Bryson 7th, Jarbo 8th. Then comes Babashin, who might have dropped back to last for most of that race. Then came Nikolaev. You, after mistakes, the poor strategy call, finished 11th. And then came like Van der Leend. And I say Thunder across the line. Now, who's on reverse grid pole? It's Winfield.
Winfield.
What happens to Bonaventura? He's not even in any team. So I wonder if Bonaventura had an issue. He's dropped right back. So that's what happened to Bonaventura. So Bonaventura not going to take reverse grid pole. That's going to be a massive dent for his title bid. And I tell you what, Vyson's going to get a good little dent here because Bonaventura's failed to score points and Mendes retired. And where's Bavenu finished? I know Cordova had a good result, but I don't think Bavenu scored points either. I don't think so. That is that, and
the Cordova is.
I don't know what happened to Bruno Ferrino in the end.
Cordova is now ahead.
What happened to? I'm actually curious. What happened to Bruno Ferrino in the end? I know he was running up there at one stage, but I know he dropped back quite significantly. Ended up 13th. Lord, started 4th, might I add. So that second row, to be fair,
Bonaventura and Mendes have all not scored. I think of the top 5 in the championship, I think it's only Cordova and Bison who've scored this race.
Hang on, I dropped my working pen. I'll try and
Avenue's up to 22nd.
So let's see. Yeah, Bonaventura finished 19th. Mendes retired. Bison finished 8th, I think. Cordova finished 6th.
I thought Bison finished 7th.
7th or 8th. Where did Bavenu end up? Bavenu was nowhere. Best lap of the race went to Jarbo. Well, 1:26.5. Good. I'd say that was a solid drive by Jarbo. Quite work out in the end, but definitely showed pace to finish 8th. And it was always going to be tricky first time in a machinery. I do believe it's only his 3rd race or 5th race or something like that. Jarbo. Yeah, only his 5th race in the car. First time in the wet, I do believe. And just put in a very good drive, I thought. Not quite as well pursued, sadly.
I think Cordova is now up to 2nd in the championship. He'll have gained 18 points from 6th. So that'll put him 2 points behind Bonaventura.
That'll put him on 100. Yeah, he's jumped. But then Vyson finished 7th, which is enough. Hang on, look at this. So it's
Yeah,
a
I
7.
said Cordova jumps Weizen, and Weizen stays third.
Then it drops back to 4th, but Bambi 5th, I do believe.
And
Bonaventura holds on to his lead, but there we go. Right, so reverse grid
Balazs,
pole goes to Winfield, which is interesting enough.
no.
Coming
And
out of
is
this race, Louis Cordova, or Wolf, who came in this weekend 5th, and Wolfgang Weissen, who scored 1 podium all season, could be leading this championship, because if I'm correct, it's De Bonaventura leading by 2 points over Cordova, by 3 points over Weissen, by 6 over Mendez, and by I think 19 over Barigno.
the update. Right, I'm actually going to make a note as well of the reverse grid order, because that's what we actually don't get given here. So I'm going to make a note of that. So Winfield on pole, followed by Hackinson and Perez third. I might be scroll up the rest of that. So Firmino. I'm not going to like Vandalene. I'm just going to put VGO because I'm not letting that. I don't get taken off. You, Nikolaev,
Powell.
Nalagine, Jabo,
He's
and then Weissen. Right, could do, and then
Christopherson.
I'm just going to put Edvard, Madder, or Madison. I'll just put Madison. Torres, Ryan, and Sink, top 16. So that's interesting.
I make a point. All but Linda Rodel, who retired from an engine failure, of the Volkswagens are in the points, which I think's a first for them.
BMW just didn't look as quick. Maybe it was the bet. I don't know, but even in
I
qualifying,
mean,
Yeah,
they weren't that quick in qualifying or practice either. The ones who've been quick all weekend.
mate. What if the BMW has been patched out?
And I will say, I don't think anyone hearing this result
Not only expected Singh to win, but to win by
expected
44 seconds.
44 seconds.
How did that even happen?
I have absolutely no clue. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter if he gets a penalty now. Because, oh no, he lost 3 seconds. Oh, it's only 41.6 seconds now.
Oh no. Anyway, Connor Ryan second, Torres third, Madison fourth, Christopher Cordova, Bison, Chabo, Balashi, Nicolay out the top. I have to say that second row looked cursed. You started third, ended up third, and Firmino started fourth and ended up 13th. Don't want to say that second row was cursed.
I mean, maybe it's a blessing. Maybe Firmino or you's going to win next in the first race.
Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, Firmino just now start.
And may I also say the Singh curse is now lifted.
Next race. Oh, and Sing's. Oh, he's off. Oh, he's been blown off. You know what you've just done, haven't you, Ethan?
He's won a race, that's all that matters. And to think he's actually rumoured to be leaving next season. He might be getting sacked at some point because of performance.
I have to question. Would that be the first time in history that a driver wins by 44 seconds and gets sacked by a team? Surely not. That can't be too common an occurrence.
It's probably happened at some
Ethan's
point.
probably going to pipe up and be like, well, if you look back to the 1926 Ethiopian Rally Car Championship, you'll find that there was a driver who got sacked by a head.
To be fair, it wouldn't be. It'd probably be some kind of like team scuffle or something like that. It would not, performance-wise. But wow, I don't even know what to say. So much happened that race. My brain cannot remember nearly most.
That was an interesting race.
Once again, proving
one thing I would like to say though
that
is
rain is amazing. with
Yeah,
his car.
I'd like to introduce a drinking game. We watched this race and have a shot every time someone went wide. I want to know what lap you make it to before you end up in hospital.
You make it to probably about the third
I mean,
corner.
I mean, you could
Yeah,
probably
you'd be
change that.
dead, but you'd be dead by the fourth corner. That's a
In
hard.
fact, let's change that. Have a shot every time you ran wide.
You'd be probably dead by
Too much time.
about lap 3. So
I mean, obviously, alcohol tolerance does vary. So
you
yeah,
could get one of the lightest alcohols. You could probably get something like snowballs, and you'd be dead by the end of the race. Oh dear.
I think we'll wrap it up before me and Ethan ramble on for like 2 hours.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Sings one from Ryan and Torres. Now, yeah, great end.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, and we will be back with the reverse grid race. And I heard that it will be maybe raining, maybe not. But make sure to come back and watch it. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Goodbye.